Florida, land of sunshine, beaches, endless summers, a paradise where the sun kisses the ocean and the days seem to stretch on forever. Tourists flock here, drawn by the promise of relaxation and the allure of the warm golden sands. Families build sandcastles, children laugh as they play in the waves, and couples stroll hand in hand along the shore, basking in the glow of the setting sun. It's a picture-perfect scene, a dream come true for many, but beneath the surface, darkness lurks, passions ignite, love transforms into obsession. As the sun sets and the shadows grow longer, a different side of Florida emerges. The vibrant nightlife gives way to hidden dangers, where the line between love and madness blurs. In the dimly lit streets and dark alleys, secrets are whispered and emotions run high. The same passion that fuels romance can also spark jealousy and rage, leading to a dangerous dance of desire and destruction. And sometimes, love stories end not in happily ever after, but in bloodshed. The very streets that once echoed with laughter now bear the scars of heartbreak and violence. Police tape flutters in the breeze, marking the scene of a tragedy. Bloodstains on the sidewalk tell a tale of love gone horribly wrong. A broken heart necklace lies abandoned, a silent witness to the pain and loss that has unfolded. These are the remnants of shattered dreams and broken promises. This is the reality of Florida's dark side, where love gone wrong fuels chilling true crime tales. In the quiet neighborhoods and bustling cities, behind the palm trees and sunny facades, lies a world of intrigue and danger. Police lights flash in the night, illuminating the scenes of crimes that have shocked communities. Courtrooms become battlegrounds where justice is sought, and shadowy figures lurk, their motives hidden in the darkness. These stories are a stark reminder that even in paradise, evil can find a foothold. These are not stories for the faint of heart. They are tales that delve into the depths of human emotion, exploring the darkest corners of the soul. The fear in a victim's eyes, the shock of a community reeling from a crime, and the eerie silence of an empty street at night all paint a picture of a world where danger lurks just beneath the surface. These narratives challenge our perceptions of love and safety, revealing the fragile nature of both. They are tales of betrayal, jealousy, and rage, where the line between love and hate blurs. Relationships that once seemed unbreakable are torn apart by suspicion and anger. A couple's heated argument escalates, leaving a trail of broken dreams and shattered memories. A photo frame lies in pieces, a symbol of a love that could not withstand the pressures of mistrust. And always there is someone watching from the shadows, their intentions unclear, their presence a constant reminder of the thin line between passion and peril. We will journey into the heart of these real-life tragedies, exploring the lives and deaths that have stained the Sunshine State with an indelible mark. Prepare yourself. As we delve into these stories, we will uncover the human faces behind the headlines, the personal struggles and heartbreaks that have led to such devastating outcomes. Crime scene markers dot the landscape, each one a testament to a life forever changed. Mugshots on a bulletin board tell the story of those who have crossed the line, their actions leaving a lasting impact on their communities. Police cars patrol the streets, a constant reminder of the ongoing battle between good and evil. For in the world of love and crime, truth can be more horrifying than fiction. The reality of these stories is often more chilling than any tale of make-believe. Hands in handcuffs signify the end of a journey that began with love but ended in tragedy. Crime scene investigations piece together the puzzle of what went wrong, while the gavel's strike in the courtroom brings a sense of finality. These are the stories that remind us of the fragility of the human heart and the dangers that can arise when love turns to obsession. Join us as we uncover the sunshine and shadows of Florida's most haunting true crime tales. In the annals of Florida crime, some cases haunt deeper than others. The story of Michael and Denise Williams is one such case, a twisted tale of love, deceit, and a disappearance that baffled investigators for years. It begins in Tallahassee, a city known for politics and Southern charm. It's here we meet the seemingly perfect couple, high school sweethearts living the American dream. Michael, an experienced outdoorsman, and Denise, a young mother with a bright smile, seem to have it all. But their idyllic life together masked a sinister secret, one that would shatter their picture-perfect facade and expose the dark underbelly of their relationship. Behind closed doors, Michael and Denise's marriage was far from perfect. Whispers of infidelity and financial problems plagued their relationship. Michael, it turned out, was a man of secrets. His carefully constructed persona hid a web of lies, spun to maintain his image and control over his wife. Denise, unaware of the depth of Michael's deception, clung to the hope of salvaging their marriage. She loved him, trusted him, a trust that would ultimately prove fatal. Unbeknownst to her, Michael was already plotting his escape from their troubled marriage, an escape that involved eliminating the one person who stood in his way, Denise. On a chilly December morning in 2000, Michael Williams embarked on a solo duck hunting trip at Lake Seminole. The lake, known for its serene beauty and abundant wildlife, was a favorite spot for local hunters. Michael, an experienced outdoorsman, had been looking forward to this trip for weeks. He meticulously prepared his gear, ensuring everything was in place for a successful hunt. He told Denise he'd be home later that day, but, well, he never returned. Denise, his wife, grew increasingly anxious as the hours passed. She called his phone repeatedly, but there was no answer. By evening, her worry had turned into panic. She contacted friends and family, hoping someone had heard from him, but no one had. Days later, his boat was found overturned, with no sign of Michael. The discovery of the boat only deepened the mystery. It was found near a secluded part of the lake, far from where Michael usually hunted. The boat was in good condition, with no signs of a struggle or damage, which puzzled the investigators. The authorities suspected a boating accident, but Denise harbored doubts. Something didn't feel right. She knew Michael was a strong swimmer and an experienced boater. The idea that he could have simply fallen overboard and drowned seemed unlikely to her. She pressed the police to look deeper, but without any concrete evidence, their hands were tied. As weeks morphed into months, then years, the mystery surrounding Michael's disappearance deepened. The case grew cold, with no new leads or evidence. Denise continued to search for answers, hiring private investigators and following up on any tips she received. But each lead ended in a dead end, leaving her with more questions than answers. Adding to the intrigue, Michael had taken out a substantial life insurance policy on himself just weeks before his disappearance, naming Denise as the sole beneficiary. The timing of the policy raised eyebrows. Why would Michael, a healthy and active man, suddenly decide to take out such a large policy? And why so close to his disappearance, naming Denise as the sole beneficiary? This detail, combined with the lack of concrete evidence, cast a long shadow of suspicion over the case. Some began to wonder if Denise knew more than she was letting on. Was it possible that she had something to do with Michael's disappearance? Or was she simply a grieving wife, caught in a web of unfortunate coincidences? This detail, combined with the lack of concrete evidence, cast a long shadow of suspicion over the case. The community was divided. Some believed Denise was innocent, a victim of circumstance. Others were convinced she was hiding something. The case eventually went to court, but without any solid evidence, it was impossible to reach a definitive conclusion. The mystery of Michael Williams' disappearance remains unsolved to this day, a haunting reminder of how quickly a life can change and how some questions may never be answered. Years passed, and the investigation into Michael's disappearance went cold. Denise, after a long and arduous battle, managed to collect on Michael's life insurance policy, but her ordeal was far from over. The whispers about her involvement in her husband's disappearance persisted, fueled by the suspicious circumstances and Michael's family's unwavering belief that he was murdered. The truth, however, was far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. It took almost 2 decades for the truth to surface, thanks to the relentless efforts of law enforcement and the unwavering determination of Denise's own mother, who refused to believe her son-in-law simply vanished into thin air. In a shocking turn of events, authorities arrested Michael Williams in 2017, not for Denise's murder, but for insurance fraud. This arrest was the first crack in the wall of secrecy that had protected Michael for years. It was a seemingly unrelated crime that would unravel a much darker truth. The arrest for insurance fraud was a pivotal moment. It led to a cascade of revelations that would eventually expose the horrifying truth about Denise's disappearance. Investigators who had long suspected foul play now had the opportunity to dig deeper into Michael's past. The courtroom became a battleground of tense discussions and heated debates as new evidence began to surface. Under intense pressure from investigators, Michael confessed to a chilling truth. He had, in fact, murdered Denise. The interrogation room, with its harsh lighting and relentless questioning, became the stage for Michael's shocking confession. He detailed the events of that fateful day, leaving investigators and the public in utter disbelief. In a plea deal to avoid the death penalty, Michael led investigators to Denise's remains. The search for her body took them to a remote wooded area and eventually to Lake Seminole. The recovery operation was painstaking, involving specialized equipment and a dedicated search team. The discovery of her remains brought a sense of closure to the case, but also a profound sense of loss. He had shot her in cold blood on that fateful hunting trip, weighed her body down, and dumped her in Lake Seminole, the same lake where he had staged his own disappearance. The chilling details of the crime painted a picture of premeditation and cold-blooded murder. The lake, once a serene spot for recreation, now held the dark secrets of Michael's heinous act. The truth, as it often does, was more horrific than anyone could have imagined. Family members and friends who had held on to hope for so long were devastated by the revelations. The courtroom was filled with emotional reactions as crime scene photos were presented, showing the grim reality of Denise's fate. Outside the courthouse, an emotional crowd gathered, grappling with the shock and horror of the truth that had finally come to light. The case of Michael Williams serves as a stark reminder that justice, though sometimes delayed, is never truly denied. The relentless pursuit of truth by investigators and the unwavering hope of Denise's loved ones ensured that her story would not be forgotten. The revelation of Michael's crimes sent shockwaves through Tallahassee and beyond. The community, once captivated by the mystery of Michael's disappearance, was now grappling with the horrifying reality of his actions. The case became a morbid legend, whispered in hushed tones throughout the Florida Panhandle. The story of Michael and Denise Williams serves as a chilling reminder that even in the most ordinary of settings, darkness can lurk beneath the surface. It's a stark reminder that love, in its most twisted form, can be a dangerous weapon, and that sometimes the people closest to us harbor the darkest secrets.